Hi guys, it's your boy GRC. This is Crypto in the Morning. We're not going anywhere, fam. Let's check the comments. Me and Sam were just game planning for life, how to make excessive income and just dump it into crypto. You know how it is. That's basically all we talk about. That's all there is to talk about. Flat Earth Underground. Great to see you in here. All you flat earthers are welcome here. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole, but geez, Louise, I probably never will, to be honest. I don't know about that one. Hook shot. Good morning, gentlemen. Love your emblem. Very cool. Great to see you in here. A Barnari. I know I always say your name wrong, but dang, I was this close to buying the bottom at 3 cents. Would have been over 100% already today. Me and Sam were just talking about that. We said, what a world we live in, right? What a world we live in where opportunity, everyone over leverages themselves, but there's just few men. They pay attention long term. They think about things long term. They don't care necessarily about what happens today, but they think all the time. They move forward. Guys, Hexicans are the best. Hex boy, how you doing? Bugs, T-Bird. We're going to try not to curse today, Sam. Very hard. We're not going to work because I was bad. I was a bad boy yesterday. I was a bad boy. I was freaking out. Biceps in the chat for GRC. I'm back at 170. Well, maybe not at this second, but like I saw 170 at some point. It was either like, I don't know. I jumped on the scale, but I was fasted, so it was pretty legit. I knew it. 170 pounds, guys. I gained 7 pounds. Everyone's starting to comment at the gym that I look larger, and there's like, people have said like, you looking big, I can usually tell. I'm like, holy shit, I'm getting bigger again. And I love it. It's so hard for me to participate in like the Telegram. When I'm eating like this, dude, it's so hard for me after the stream because I don't eat up until the stream. I haven't eaten today. I mean, I will if someone makes me something, I guess, but like generally 99% of the time I won't eat. And so I'm super clear clarity-wise, right? And then it's like the second I put a carbohydrate in my body, I'm like, all right, bedtime forever. So it's like it's just lots of factors. Guys, 32 in the chat. Everyone smash the like. We're going to go with a little bit of a intro song. You know what it is, guys. RH knows exactly what is going on here. And just short him. I dare you. He said it today. He said, short me then. Short him. I'm not shorting Richard Hart, guys. Not a chance.
Young folks, you dripping on them motherfucker.
Richard Hart. Richard Hart.
Bought my hex from the fucking start. Point one every day we mark. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Checking my MetaMask moving. Look at the hex, he is mooning. Looking at why they be choosing. Peter is why they be losing. Pull chains out and they'll get me a check. He's gas up and it got me a mess. Remember the times he died collect. Hex I been eating, I'm dying in the best. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hit restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Richard Hart. Richard Hart. Richard Hart. Richard Hart. Getting this back like a year ago.
Sup? And it looks like I am live by myself. We just had
I pressed my mouse button on the side.
No, you're good. What's good? What's good, man? How's everything going? We're having some good conversation this morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody, if they're enjoying time with family and friends this weekend, a lot of people are going to be doing that. I hope you guys enjoy your time. I hope you are present in moments with those special people in your life. Yes, making some gains in the gym. I'm actually switching for the last run here. So we have about two more months in our crypto fitness challenge. And I'm doing some additional work. One area that I'm growing is my arms. I want to build a little bit bigger arms. And so I'm doing some band work at home. How you doing, brother?
Fuck all the haters. Kidding.
Swole singing in the house.
Doing good. I participated in some extracurriculars before the stream. And I can't recover. But hey, Sam, today, what are we doing? We're doing what we do every day, research, but we're doing it live. Really, we're just going to talk and pull random videos and click it up.
I've got a couple interesting things that we could talk about too throughout the video. I had a question the other day from somebody. How can they take money out of Pulse, right? So they put money into Pulse, they sacrificed for Pulse, and they're like, how do they get their money out, right? It's not on exchanges yet. It might be, might not be, but how do they get their money out? So we're going to talk about that. Where can you, I get this from somebody else, by the way, I love the questions. I love the DMs. If you guys have questions or DMs or thoughts or ideas, like feel free to reach out. Feel free to reach out on Instagram. It's probably the fastest way to get through to me personally, because Twitter, there's a lot of action going on, and sometimes I miss some of the stuff going on, but love hearing the feedback, love getting the messages, love learning from you guys. But where do you stake Pulse? Where can you actually go through and stake Pulse? So I came up with 4 things, and I'm sure that you guys will probably add 1 or 2, and I bet there's at least several people in here that will not like at least 3 of those answers for staking Pulse. How do you go through and value the HSI NFT, bro? You're gonna.
Oh my God, the HSI auctions were last night.
Yes.
See that?
Crypto Sloth messaged me and he was like, "Dude, this shit's live." I messaged him.
I watched all that live with Crypto Sloth. I was watching it and with him and Blue Bum while they were looking at the first 4 or 5 HSI stakes that got bought up. We should also bring up Dex Screener and look at the hex buys and sells.
He said current bid is $2 billion. This is yesterday.
Oh yeah. That was the first one.
What is that 2 billion Hedron?
It's probably roughly like $1,000, $1,500. It's gonna be right around that $1,500. Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'd say Mike Static. Really?
That's plug your shit in. I think last time it wasn't plugged in. Times 0.000007003. That's you're right. It's $1,400. Good call, bro. $1,400. So whatever stake that was that he was talking about.
Wait, am I a fucking genius?
$1,400.
I never looked that up.
We have
biceps in the chat. I didn't even look that S up, guys. I just called what 2 billion Hedron was. Basically on the nose, guys. I'm an alpha male. I do this for a living, guys. I call it yes. Sorry, my mic was unplugged, by the way. Yeah, those HSI auctions were cool. Bob Lagai is still on the fence about it. Morning Rockstar Crypto Pirates. Good morning, Robert Griffin III. I mean, RG3. How you doing, brother? Great to see you. RG3 was one of my favorite football players back when I was a pleb and I cared about sports. All beta. Yeah, Sam was always on the no sports thing. Dude, I don't consider fighting a sport. Like, I just don't care what anyone says. Like, watching 2 grown men fight is like applicable in every single way to me. No, like literally, like you could like learn how to protect yourself a little bit better than if you didn't.
Yes,
watch people punch people in the face and like grab them. But anyway, sports are dumb.
Let me pull up.
No, I have a video for the 4 ways to take out money.
Perfect. Let's get into that video.
It's from our friend Cryptographics. So everyone, make sure.
What you're saying is this could be good. He's not even going to get credit because he's not in here to help answer questions. So we can just talk.
Well, that's why he does these standalone videos, so we can skip all of our research and just watch Cryptographics waste his life. No, I'm just kidding.
If you guys watch this and you enjoy cryptographics,
Yeah, you make sure you follow Cryptographics. He gets way more love than me anyway, so screw that guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Cryptographics,
Just
one of a
tweet at
kind,
him.
nice guy, hard worker, honest.
Dude.
He's really awesome dude, to be honest. Like, guys, and before we play this video, I want to remind everyone of a couple things. We are in a crypto bear market. We are in a financial recession. Legacy is basically going to be the representation of what's going on now. But what do we know deeper than that, Sam? It's politics. And we go straight to, and I want to say this before we start like going off on like the just like DeFi route. But like we're talking about politics, guys, here. What do we know? The elections, the Senate, we're going Republican, period. End of story. Failure. Democrats, failure. Failure. You're all failure. Everyone who supported you, failure. So what's going to happen? They're flopping. What are the Democrats going to do? Nobody knows. Because what do liberals do when their backs are against the wall? Nobody knows. They do whatever. And they will print out money and send it to everyone. And who knows? They might just start killing millionaires just for like, and put it on the TV and say, this is what you do. This makes you a good person. And people would do it. I guarantee it. They're basically as brainwashed as the Germans were. I'm telling you, it's disgusting to see it in my personal life. I see it everywhere. It's clueless. It's nonsense. It's absolutely blind faith. Okay, we're going to move on from all the controversial stuff. If you're watching this and you trust the people that are paying for the media, lobbyists, Senate, all this stuff, you are ignorant. All right, we'll move on to the details. Guys, I love this country, and I would probably fight for this country if I had to. I know I probably would never have to. But that being said, I want things to be better for the average person. I want the average person that works until they're 75 to maybe have the last 25 years of their life to chill with their family rather than to like worry about dumb crap and not be able to go on vacay, not have a house. Why can't they have a house? They work their whole life. Guys, if we're going to pretend this is a democracy and that it's fair, then I'm going to fight for that. All right. So why not do it with crypto, Sam? Let's get into the details of taking money out. So we're looking forward. We're looking ahead right now. We're looking at Pulse Chain. If you want to know how to move money out of Pulse Chain, Sam, you should be playing with the testnet. But luckily, Cryptographics does that for us live. I mean, pre-recorded on his show to give us some gems. Let's look into it.
There's also going to be multiple different ways that hopefully he touches on.
There's 4 ways. He says there's 4 ways in this video. So it's 4 different ways, Sam.
Let's see what he has to say.
Back to Cryptographics. Today, we're going over how you can take profits on Pulse Chain when it goes live. We are still in test phase, guys, but this is going to be applicable for when Pulse Chain is now on mainnet. So before we get into today's video, stick around, because if you want to win one of 3 Cryptographics hoodies, one of 25 NFTs, or one of 12 one-on-one video calls with me to answer any questions related to the Pulse Chain ecosystem, stick around until the end. So let's get into today's video.
Bro is going hard.
It has to be said that this is not financial advice, and I do not recommend or endorse any exchange or method we are about to talk about. I am simply giving you information that is a starting point for further research and decision making, and only a small portion of the total available options at our disposal. These methods are only for cashing out on Ethereum, but alternate methods could become available if Pulse Chain ever has a direct on or off ramp for USD, Canadian, or any other fiat currency. Again, Pulse Chain is currently in the test phase and is not fully launched. So today's video is a lesson on how to cash out once Pulse Chain mainnet is fully live, and this is just practice. So how to sell. In order to sell your cryptocurrency that lives on Pulse Chain, there are 4 main steps that have to be taken. For this video, I will be using MetaMask as it is usable as a Google Chrome extension and easily interacts with the Pulse Chain testnet. There are other wallets, but we're not getting into them today. I'm just going to stick with MetaMask as that's what I already have, and it just is the easiest.
We got to pause and nobody can hear anything.
After we talk about the steps, we will go through them in real time on the testnet to make sure you know exactly what we're talking about here. So step 1, first, knowing which cryptocurrency you wish to cash out of, which is either PLS, PLSX, SHIB, HEX, etc., anything on the Pulse Chain network, any token that you want to sell. You must swap the token for a token that has been bridged over from the Ethereum side. For example, ETH, EUSD, EUSDC, anything that is wrapped, which that E signifies that it's wrapped, it came from Ethereum, and it's on Pulse Chain. So the reason that it makes the most sense to swap here instead of Ethereum is because the fees on Pulse Chain will be much lower for any transactions that will occur on the Ethereum network. You will have to determine which bridge token you will trade for based on the method of cashing out you choose. Second, you will have to take that wrapped ETH, wrapped USDC, or wrapped USDT over to the bridge, which is pulseramp.com. Again, the link will be in the description, and bridge the tokens over to the Ethereum side. You will have to pay a small gas fee in PLS in order to pay for the transaction. Simply select the token you wish to send, input the amount you want to send, and press send. Step 3 is once your token.
Okay, Sam.
That's a good point there.
Yes. So far, Sam, I want you just to talk through that a little bit. I was a couple of people were messaging me, but I've watched this video once. Tell me so far, like as far as your ease of access, what do you think about? Again, you kind of know how to cash out.
Well, I know this is a question. I know how to cash out. I know how to do that. But there's a lot of people who watch this video who are just not sure how to do it. So in essence, let's paraphrase what Cryptographics is saying. If, say, you had sacrificed for Pulse or PulseX, it goes live, and say hypothetically it does really well. There's a 10, 100, maybe 1,000x in some period of time, and you're like, cool, I'd like to take some of this and pay off my house, or I'd like to retire my parents, or whatever it is that you want to do. So you have PLSX on Pulse Chain, and that is the network it's on. So you have to get it off of there if it's not connected to dollars in some way. Which we've heard from Richard, that it should be connected to dollars in some way, like have a bridge to dollars, possibly Binance, possibly Coinbase, right? Then you could just take your Pulse and bring it to Coinbase or bring it to Binance. If those are not available, you go to PulseX and you go through a bridge to the other side. The bridge is two-way, remember? So you can come from Ethereum to Pulse, or you can go from Pulse to Ethereum. But I wouldn't bring Pulse over to Ethereum. I'd switch it to something else on the other side. So maybe you go to eHex, right? So you swap your Pulse for eHex, then you take your eHex through the bridge on PulseX. Now you're back on Ethereum. What do you do to get rid of that? You can swap it into something else. Or maybe you swap your Pulse for, say, DAI or USDC, right? You have a wrapped version of USDC that you purchase. So you take your Pulse, $10,000 worth of Pulse, and you swap that for $10,000 worth of wrapped USDC. Now you take that to the bridge and you bring that through, so you don't have to do any more swaps. Now you have USDC on Ethereum. You can bring that directly to Coinbase and bring it out to your bank account that way. Hopefully that's helpful. We can get into. He probably covers some things in a little bit more detail or other ways that I.
This is a pretty long video too, so we can just in Cryptographics pretty much sticks to the. It's about as he just stays right on the book. He lets you know what's going on, and I love that about him. He's very clean with his delivery, and I think he does a great job here, kind of like going through it, because he's kind of just telling you how to do it on Ethereum for the most part, but like, and then extrapolating the information, which is the right way to do that.
And there's, let's pull this back up. There we go.
Wallet address associated with whichever exchange. Once your tokens are now in your wallet, you must send. Step 3 is once your tokens are now in your wallet, you must send them to the wallet address associated with whichever exchange or account you plan on using in order to cash out. In the exchange, there will be a wallet address that needs to be copied and pasted into the wallet you wish to send from. Paste the address associated with the exchange you wish to send to, type in the amount you wish to send to, then double check both the address and the token is in fact correct before sending. You will have to pay a gas fee in ETH in order to send tokens.
Can you pause it for a sec? Cryptographics, kudos to his detail. This is the first time I actually watched one of his videos. So
they're all like this too, and they're short.
So yeah, and that level of detail is awesome.
$10 super chat. Thank you for always pumping great content. Build that hex bag. That's exactly what we're doing. Real Estate Pusha. That's a super cool name. Most names are really hard to say, and I haven't read that name yet, and it came right off the jump. So that was Real Estate Pusha. I love that. That's a cool name. Hex Siren, great to see you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for you just being awesome. And your tweets every morning for the fitness challenge are amazing. And you're crushing it every single day. You're a freaking awesome Hex Siren. Terrafin, great to see you. Absolute knucklehead. Melv Tony with the 7.6 update. I appreciate you with those updates always. RG3's headed to get his spine and MRI, keeping his spine intact. Good shit, though. Good shit. Taking care of yourself. Happy Saturday, GRC, and everyone. Appreciate you. Dougie, Scott, great to see you. Sean Ramirez, yo, what's up, Hexagon family?
Sean, I was talking to Sean this morning. What's good, brother?
Divisiveness is a problem. U.S. versus them is wrong. Rather than call one another ignorant, how do we educate? I love that you're inspiring somebody to work out. Fresh blood through our brains. Yeah, exactly. Well,
let's touch on that. Let's touch on that for a second. So Paul's got this awesome highlight here. Well, the cool thing about crypto is that it's not any one specific nation. It's not left versus right. It's not like him versus her. It's crypto. And you can do crypto wherever you are globally. And the same type of stuff applies everywhere, right? I think, and I was literally thinking about this as before we got into that video. Crypto, you can apply across the board. You don't have to be like, oh, this works if you're a U.S. citizen, right? But it doesn't work if you're in Australia or in continental Europe or whatever the case is. Well, crypto can apply wherever you're at. You have to use VPNs to get around like certain
R20. Dude, what's up, bro? Good to see you in here. Thanks for stopping by. Paladon YYZ, the famous Supreme Court case of U.S. versus them. Hey, listen to this, Sam. Great story, actually. I was at the gym yesterday, and I had my Hex shirt on, and three guys came up to me, and they were like, dude, are you a Hexican? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I have a show. So guys, if you're watching the show, they knew a lot about crypto too. I mean, a good amount about crypto. But if you guys are watching the show, please do not mention my name or where we've met. I mean, like specifically would be nice. But great. I hope you guys are in here. If you ever hit me up on my DMs, Jim Rat Crypto on everything, guys. Jim Rat Crypto on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the shit. So let's get back to the video. That's good points we made here. And again, a beta meta will really discover his true character based on how he defends the sell-off of Hex. Whose true character? Is that? Come on, that's the stupid statement in my opinion. Character and finances don't necessarily directly collide. Me and Sam talk about this concept all the time. This isn't a character thing. This has nothing to do with character. This has to do with the product. I mean, you can say whatever you want about a character. I don't care about what he's doing with little kiddies in the street. If the number goes up to the right, like, to be honest, like, that's the way it is in the financial world. But I know what he's saying.
Why do you feel that
too loud. Don't touch.
Why do you feel that defending a sell-off in Hex is an intelligent thing to do? Like, why is that a good thing to do?
Well, they
I don't think it is.
Well, the best marketing, Sam, is a price pump. Everyone knows that. But at the same time, what's the biggest problem in Hex? There's too many whales that want to dump on your head, and they have too much money. How do you spread the system? This is how it works, guys. This is exactly how it works. You have to have the whales to sell. And then the OA can buy the bottom. Fuck it. Maybe they already did. Who knows? Or whatever. It doesn't matter. The software, the yield, it's still there. If you put in $1,000 today, you're still gonna get, you know what I mean?
Yes. He had mentioned it's on Richard to use his billions to support the Hex price. I don't care if he supports Hex. It doesn't matter to me. Do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, again, we're pretty agnostic here as far as like nothing happens to us if Richard can do whatever he would like in this world. I could give a rat's fuck. To be honest, I mean, it would be whack if he like lied to everyone. Obviously, I wouldn't like, but like I would go on and fall asleep tonight and wake up tomorrow, go to the gym, and do some yard work and start looking up crypto shit. It wouldn't. I don't know Richard. We've never spoken over voice or anything. So like, how can I interpret anything about this man? All I know is the software is locked. It's immutable. Find me something immutable. You can't find it. Okay, then wait. And then when trustless yield goes out of style, hit me up and I'll stop buying Hex. When trustless yield goes out of style, you hit my phone, you hit my DMs, I'll stop buying Hex.
Because even if Richard did decide to sell his Hex, his 90% of ownership of the whole entire Hex ecosystem, it's just going to drive the price down. But there's a decent chance that eventually something like that would come back. But if somebody really wants to win, they're not going to be doing shit like that. They're just going to hold on to their stuff.
We talked about the OA in great detail, the position they're in, the trends. Guys, they've already done so much. Even just because your bags are going down and you bought the top like a dumbass, like maybe I bought the top like a dumbass. Like I bought Polkadot at $46. I sold Celsius. I sold all my Celsius at $8 on the top, literally the top, and I bought Polkadot at $46 with all the profits.
And then Polkadot.
Now Polkadot's like $5.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm not. You think I'm complaining about Gavin Wood? Gavin Wood's such a jerk. Why can't he buy the price? I'm like, I don't know this motherfucker. I don't know shit.
He doesn't owe you shit.
People act like they know, and they also act like RH doesn't have any foresight. I just love when there's like the smartest guy in there. I'm going to consider RH the smartest guy in the crypto room. Okay, is that fair?
I would say that's fair.
If I was in a room full of crypto guys, then he would be above me. That's for damn sure.
More experience than we have. For sure.
Exactly. So it's like people don't think. Like if we can think with foresight, guys, you got to think like this. If me and Sam can think with a little foresight, imagine someone who's been in the game for 20 years.
Noobs. So we're learning as we do the show. We're like learning new.
He's an absolute chronic genius weirdo. Like I think he would rather take a shotgun bullet center mass than have his projects go to zero. I really do. Because he's just. I feel that way. Like that's what I liked about Richard. Like Richard would defend hit what he believes in. I think like it's just proven to be true so far. Like he's not going around saying anything about Hex that's different than he was saying when it was at 56 cents. Nothing. He's just like, he wasn't probably telling people to buy it as much at 56 cents. Well, he doesn't tell anyone to buy it, but he suggests that it's better. Richard told us about 95% dips and pulled up the fucking chart every single live stream that he did for years. And then people are mad at him right now. But I went on Instagram. He retweeted me on Instagram yesterday, which was nice, Richard. Thank you. Or he reposted because I was like, Richard, thank you for preparing me for the bear market. That's all I said. It was a picture of me with the Hex shirt on. Thank you for preparing me. Because he's exactly what he did. He told me. He was streamed every single day. He told me about the 85% dips. I was 100% ready. I knew Hex would dip at 85%, at 90%, 95% at some point. Whether it's 93% or freaking 81%, what's the difference? Like, right. If it always hits all-time highs, and even if it takes a year and a half, 2 years, I could give a shit. I literally could not care. Like people, I just don't care. I'm just so done caring about shit.
Before we came on here, I was saying how glorious it would be if X goes down to 1 penny, right? And that's such a contrast. Like some people want the price support. Some people like.
I want the price to go lower.
Overextended. Like I'm good where I'm at. Like I'm happy with where I'm at. Like I'm okay if it takes 3 years, if it takes 4 years, if it takes 5 years. It's cool. Like I'm happy with where I'm at. Like I'm making progress in my life and the things that are important to me. I'm just gonna continue doing me. Period. Like so, if the fucking market's
why don't people do that though? Why don't people just like? I know some Hexicans do, of course, but like most people, you should never be upset about the price of something else that's not attached to you at all. Like, what can you do other than research? Like, well, you just research Pulse Doge. Maybe if you buy Pulse Doge right now, you'd be the richest dude in the world in freaking 20 years or whatever. Maybe you won't. Like, but what do I know? There's guys that have lots of money. They know. They're very sure. You have to read the intentions of people. But Richards puts himself out there constantly. What do you know about people that always put themselves out there? You have a target. What's the best team in the football league? Everyone wants to beat them more than they want to beat the worst team. why? Because that's you know what I mean? That's the prize. Like, that's the money. Like, he is trying to take over. So he's going to play the game different than the people. Like Elon did. Elon didn't play the same game the other cars were playing. He wanted to play a different game. And
talking about what you were saying this morning when we were on the phone about Richard Hart. And I'm like, oh, this is exactly what you're talking about with Richard Hart in terms of Richard Hart's, like, so to speak, wants people to short him, right? Because he knows his shit's good, right? And the same thing Elon did. They're short sellers in stock, right? And Tesla was the most shorted stock ever back in the day. And Elon doesn't agree with that. And he knew the company was making progress and there was a lot of FUD out there. He literally came out with short silk shorts, right? They're like kind of like booty type shorts that girls might wear around the house or something. He had a pair and sent them to one of the guys who was shorting the stock. And it says sexy across the back of them. And it's the Model S, the Model 3, the Model Y, and the Model...
Because he knew. He already knew. He said, no one can outwork me. No one's going to do what I'm doing. He knew it. He just knew it. Just like I knew it. Like when I'm doing this channel, everyone's like, why do you have so much confidence doing the channel? I'm like, because I know I can do it better than anyone. I'm in that position right now. He's in that position right now. He's playing that game with those friggin' rich peoples and doing the crypto stuff. Everyone's in a game, right? But like, if you always think you're going to win, I always think I'm going to win. I never think I'm going to lose if I actually want to do it. Like if I actually want to, there's not one thing that if I actually want to do it. Now trying to find something that I actually want to do can be difficult because I hate doing most stuff. But I like the gym.
But like what you're describing is persistence and the consistency of showing up, because what normal happens for a lot of folks is they're like, hey, I want to do this thing, and they're get excited about that thing, so they start to take action and they run into a roadblock, and that roadblock is where they stop. But when you commit to something and you persist on that thing, you get past those roadblocks, because it doesn't matter. Like, okay, there's a roadblock, I run into those all the time. You just keep moving forward, you keep taking steps to figure out the solution, and then you never lose. You don't lose. You always
can't lose. There's nothing. I don't have any attack vectors. People think I do. I mean, they don't think I do, but like people put themselves in a position where they can lose. And yes, in the future, I might have to start like when it comes to bigger business, once I start getting involved with that, yeah, I'm going to have to put a little skin on my ass at some point. But if I have a big enough bag and I've allocated enough resources properly, I don't care what happens. I don't care if Hex goes to zero, if Pulse goes to zero, if crypto goes to zero, if legacy goes to zero. I'm going to just roll with it, and I'm probably going to dominate in whatever situation's going on because I'm willing to do it. I don't care. I don't rely on, I don't say Hex is my life. I just love Hex because it's the best crypto, in my opinion. But you know what I mean? Like if there was a better crypto, I would definitely want to learn about it. I would just immediately have to learn about it. But again, this space is easy to see through stuff. It's just the one inconsistency and you're out in this space. And you know that. It's crazy. It's like one inconsistency. Like I know Solana for being S for the rest of my life. But people think like Solana's still going to go nuclear. Imagine Pulse Chain did.
And Solana could get their ass together. They could. It's possible. They could be really, really amazing over, as they continue to progress. They've only been out for 2 years. They could continue to optimize, make sure that like from this point forward, they have uptime, like they don't go down all the time. You can't like not use the network. Like that's not a good thing, but it could get better. I don't know necessarily if it's going to be like in the top, as we progress through this next decade and the rest of the world gets onto crypto, I think they're going to pay attention to things that are more valuable or more utility out there.
Well, I just when people start understanding the software piece of it, like it's just hard to understand right now. Because for me, I know what normal people think. Like, because I didn't think about any of this stuff. It's hard to wrap around. Like, immutable code doesn't mean much to most people. You know what I mean? Like if you tell them, they're going to just be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Most people give their bank account, their social security number out in public on the phone. Like they don't care.
Yes. Correct.
But again, let's get back. Solana is a VC cesspool. Yes, exactly. Sam doesn't know that, but I do know that. It's propped up. It's propped up like a freaking house of cards.
So bet, I just want to mention this here. Beta Meta, awesome name. Fully transparency. I own Pulse and PulseX, but not Hex. Hey, brother, if you like crypto, if you like those two projects, I think you really might like Hex. Like, if you're curious, no, I'm serious though. I'm serious, right? Like, if you like those projects and you're like, these things are cool, like now is the perfect time to actually check out Hex, even if it's with like a fucking tiny little bit of your bag, just from the simplicity of it and the security of it. Right? Like if you like check it out and you're like, hey, that's stupid, I don't want to do that. Cool, don't. But there's some really good valuable things in there, especially if you're in Pulse and PulseX, you kind of like slightly understand or appreciate like what Richard Hart has brought to crypto in terms of the honesty and the authentic like nature that he approaches things. Like you may really enjoy Hex potentially. And plus, it's got a really awesome community, in my opinion. 10,000.
10,000 ETH is only 18 million Pulse and Pulse X. Had multiple billionaires sacrificed. The numbers are screaming and massively tank likely coming for Hex unless someone puts up money. Well, a tank did happen for Hex. It went down 93%. And
it could go down another 93%. Which would be cool.
Well, I don't necessarily know if it could go down another 93%, but it could definitely go down. And who cares? Again, the best part about Hex is if the price goes down, you get a cheaper T-share, period. You can send that T-share out. Forget about it. What if a T-share is $500? You want to get one? Yeah. It was $9,000 like a week ago or like 3 months ago. $9,000 for a T-share. And like those T-shares are still worth 6x per day. And those are still lit. And at $500, 6x per day is still lit. It's like just... That's what the staking feature is all about. Hex is a long-term investment. It's not for trading, but I mean, you can trade it, but like, it's not for trading. It's not good to trade. It's not an easy thing to trade.
There's other analogies between Hex and like legacy that I don't see people highlighting, right? People call it like a CD, and that's just kind of to describe what Hex is or like how it works, right? But another way to think about Hex is that it is like a CD. And what is a CD in legacy, right? So you have cash, you have like money markets and CDs. Then you can go into certain types of bonds. You can go into riskier bonds. You can go into equity, right, which would be stock. And you can go into different types of equity. You can do options and futures and all of these different things in legacy land, right? Well, one of those things in legacy is lower risk. And that is CDs. CDs and money markets are generally perceived to be very, very, very low risk. The same idea is with Hex. If you look at portfolio theory, you want things that are have low correlation in your portfolio to reduce your overall risk or increase your Sharpe ratio. And that's what Hex does, right? So if you're like, okay, cool, I would like to decrease the overall risk in my portfolio. If you're looking at like the standard deviation of your whole portfolio, or you're looking at your Sharpe ratio is another way to measure risk-adjusted returns. You can factor in that because it's not correlated with BTC and it's not correlated with ETH. Right?
Dude, this beta meta dude is friggin' all up on my butt, dude. Sorry, I'm trying to talk. I can't read all your ass. What really discovers true character based on how you define. Okay, let's see what this guy says so I can feel like I didn't ignore him. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, there was probably a couple. You skip 2 or 3 points because they aren't positive. But if you're trying to,
I don't give a shit if they're positive. You ever watch this show?
Yeah, no. Hey, if you knew, we don't like if we just miss shit because the comments are coming in. It's not that.
Yeah, I don't see any friggin' questions. You can't get it out by selling for Hex immediately and cashing out through 1inch. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I can scroll up and find all this. If you have a large point that you want to reiterate, go ahead and reiterate it. And but I can't cover like 100 messages that you're tweeting.
So also a meta, we are streaming on 2 channels. So sometimes there's a bunch of comments coming in the back end when we're looking at this in StreamYard. Yeah. We have like a bunch of them coming through, some on my channel and some on GRC's channel. So sometimes they come in quick and other times they're in slow. And so we do definitely miss comments. So it is definitely possible that we miss them.
But good to see you.
But great to see you. If we can ever help or have questions or whatever. If you have criticism, cool. Like I'm happy to hear it. Like I want to learn, I want to grow. So if you're ever come back in here, we'd love to have you in here.
Blue Bum's in the house. Bluey. Was that
hey, Blue Bum, how did the default
auctions?
What was it? Auctions go for Hedron? Thank you. How did those go? Where did we finish up? What was there's
a bunch of I watched him do like 3 or 4 yesterday, I think, but the first one was like 2.5 billion or something.
I'd like to be controversial here because I guarantee like most people here probably not agree with me. Where can you stake Pulse? So I've come up with 4 ways you can stake Pulse, and you can play semantics however you want with the wording of these things. But the first is a validator. Because I had this question, he's like, hey, where can you stake Pulse? Because he knows it's going live soon. He knows he's going to have a boatload of Pulse, and he would like to do something with the pulse, so it's not just sitting there not doing anything for him. So he's like, how can I use this pulse? Where can I stake this pulse? So you can stake it with a validator. Tends to be perceived as very low risk and tends to be a relatively lower return, maybe 3-7% or something like that on an annual basis. What's up, Crypto Silas? There's three other places you can actually go through and stake, and you're going to have to grasp this. If you think of, say, liquid loans as a stake instead of a loan protocol, you could put your pulse in there, borrow 10-20% against that, and stake that USDL in the stability pool, and then get the loan token out and put that into the loan staking protocol. So effectively, if you think of that whole thing as a position, right? Because sometimes you do this in options or other things where you buy 3 or 4 different positions all in one transaction. So you could take your pulse, you get liquid loans, you stake that in the stability pool, then you get loan protocol, and then you put that into the staking protocol. So you could have your pulse is effectively earning you more pulse and earning you more USDL. Another along those lines is fiat.io. Fiat.io is going to be a clone of Ethe, but for pulse. Ethe is the lending protocol where you can put stake things in there to earn, or you can borrow against your thing. So you could do that same thing, the thing that we just mentioned with liquid loans, where you put it in, borrow against it, and then stake that, and think of that as a whole position. But you could do that where you just stake on fiat to earn, or you could put your pulse there, borrow against it, and then stake that, if you think of it as a whole position there. And one more is liquidity providing. Liquidity providing is effectively you're staking your stuff in the protocol. You can do it on a daily basis or whatever, and you earn the fees going back and forth before those. But there's a little bit more nuance to that in terms of when things are trading back and forth, your position can go up and down in terms of.
All right. Let's go back to the video. I think we covered some great points. I kind of want to see if he kind of doubles back on some of these in some detail. That'd be cool. But yeah, so all right, cool. Oh wait. Oh, that's me. My bad. I thought someone else was.
Step 4, and the final step, is once the tokens have arrived in your wallet associated with the exchange you are using to cash out, you must follow the specific instructions from that exchange in order to sell your crypto and withdraw fiat to your bank. I will include a list of 7 exchanges and entities and how to utilize the exchange to cash out in the description below. Again, there are way more than just the 7 that I'm including in the description, but I'm just including them because they're some of the bigger ones, and it's just easy to give you guys a general idea of what's going on that way. So let's go over everything we've just talked about in real time so you can see the process and practice along with me. Okay, so we're in the Pulse X testnet right now, and for all of the links that, or for all of the parts of this process that we're going to be using, I'll include these links in the description below as well. So there's going to be 3 of them, really, and we'll get to those in a second. So the first one here is getting to Pulse X, where we come to the swap, which you can go to trade, exchange, boom, you'll be here. So for this exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to first connect the wallet. We're going to click on whatever wallet is associated. For me, it's going to be MetaMask. It's going to load everything up. Now in here, this is where we're going to want to swap. And for this, I'm going to use PulseX, and we're going to go to, like we're saying, a wrapped version of something. And I know that there's a wrapped ETH in here, a wrapped Ether. So we're going to click that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click 1 million. Cool. So we got 1 million in there, and we're going to get 26 ETH in return. So now we swap. Make sure the price is good still. Accept. Confirm the swap. Going to get MetaMask to come up and show us what the transaction fee is. Look how cheap that's going to be. 0.0007. Beautiful. We're going to click that and close. And now we should wait any second now. The transaction's gone through. So now we see our balance is updated here. We could also see it in the once we go to our MetaMask, we will also be able to see it here. So when we come in here, assets, you can see I got 26.5 wrapped ETH. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to pulseramp.com. Actually, before we do, though, what I'm going to show you guys is how to import wrapped ETH if you haven't already. If you haven't been able to find it, even to switch for something like that, we're going to go to Manage Tokens. So basically, I've clicked on PulseX here. You can click on the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. Either way. And you're going to go to Manage Tokens. And then this pulse bridge is going to come up. And if it's not highlighted here, if it's like this, doesn't matter. This little gear should still come up. So click on this. But what I believe this does is this is showing you the tokens that have come over on the pulse bridge. So I think this is better to keep on. But for now, the gear is what we're more focused on here. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to click on where it says C, and we're going to go to this little list of tokens. What you would do is you go all the way over here because we found wrapped Ether. This is the one that we want. It could be any of them, though. It could be wrapped USDC or whichever. And we're going to go to the far side here where these little two squares are, and this is your copy button, essentially. So we're going to copy that, and then we're going to go into MetaMask, and we go to the very bottom of the page, click import tokens, and then what you do is you click on the token contract address, press Command V, or you could just right click, paste, and it will paste everything in there. And because I already have this added to my wallet, I don't need to do it again. But what you would do is you just click add custom token. So that's the easy way to do this. Once you've done that and you can see your balance, you know it's there, or now you've been able to swap for the token that you want. Now, after you've made your swap, you go over to pulseramp.com. Again, the link will be in the description for this as well. So right now we're on the Pulse Chain network. If for whatever reason you are on the you are on the Rinkeby testnet when it switches over, this little arrow here or this one here in the middle of them will switch the direction of the bridge. Now, one thing we're going to want to do is before.
This is cool.
You like this, right?
Yeah, this is the first time I'm watching this video.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So we'll keep going on it. If you have any points, just stop. I'm gonna use the restroom really fast.
So this is good. I think what would probably be valuable to some people, even though I haven't got that question super often, is if in the future you guys can let us know in the comments. Do you want to find a video, or we can even create? Maybe we could do it like create another test MetaMask and create where we actually add in the Pulse network. If you guys want to see a video like that or us to cover that, let us know in the comments, because this is going to be out pretty soon. And what happens as soon as Pulse Chain launches, everybody asks the questions that they should have been asking beforehand to set up their shit to start taking action if that's what they want to do. And what's up, Bullish?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you guys want to do this on any of the channels, like I'm down to do it and walk everyone through it. There's been a few other updates as well. So Pulse LN is already on testnet, so we can test that out if anyone wants to bring in Bitcoin into Pulse Chain. So there's a couple things we can go over that's already on testnet, and we can just show people how to like easily set up.
Cool. Do you want to do that after we finish this video?
Nah,
well, not today, but if you want to do it for like tomorrow or something like, well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm out, but
just let us know.
We'll do it. We'll definitely do it like whether it's
Monday, Tuesday, or something.
Yeah,
there could be more updates anyway, so we'll just wait, and that'll be a really cool episode. We'll set that up, and we'll do a testnet preview for whatever Bullish has been getting into.
Yeah, we'll show you how to get in through ETH. If you're coming in through ETH, if you're coming in through Bitcoin, we'll show you how to like bridge that stuff over, how to set up your wallet, how to set up testnet, and we can go over all that stuff.
Yes, and that would be helpful to set up all of that stuff for a lot of people, because then we can refer them back to this video in this section.
Exactly.
Because pre-filmed videos are awesome. I do them. I think they're fantastic. I think it's also super valuable when you do a concept and you're presenting it, right? And people are like, hey, bro, you're not clear in this area. And there's still additional questions. So doing the presentation of like, okay, you click here in MetaMask to add network, and then you go through, you fill these out. Where do you get that information? People are asking those questions, and then going through each additional step. Okay, here is the actual testnet, and asking those questions interactively. Because if you're having those questions and you're watching this, somebody else is also having those questions. And doing it interactively I think is also super valuable.
Yeah, I think that'd be great because both of you, are not that familiar with testnet, and I'm a little bit more familiar with testnet, so I can answer pretty much any questions you guys have, and people just learn along the way. So
he's being kind there.
Yeah,
we're not familiar with it at all.
we love reading white papers, but we don't like clicking. We just like reading. I just like to read and listen, but I'm getting better every single day. The security part has helped me a lot with the detail of paying attention slowly but surely. I did all my Pulse Doge yesterday, which I was really happy about. Up 46% on the daily, actually. Crazy. Sam?
Up 46%, so you got into a position. We're not saying you should trade it.
Well, I would have had it whether I got it out or yesterday or by the end of the 100-day claim phase. So if the price kept going up, it doesn't really matter when I took it out. But
the claiming is only if you have Pulse sacrifice.
No, it's only if you have hex stakes.
So then I should have some too, right?
Maybe. You go to Pulse Doge, they'll say free claim it, put your wallet on there. And yeah, so that's been pretty crazy. Do you want to continue with this video for a little longer? I'm going to use the restroom really fast.
Cool. I'm going to take notes. Hey, Monica. Hey, Hexagrapher. Go ahead and play this.
Hold
Go ahead
on.
and play this B.
Before we get going here, we're going to go to the RinkB testnet real quick. Or RinkB Faucet.
There's an echo. Can you mute yourself?
Just test ETH for the testnet version of Ethereum that we're playing with, right? So again, it'd be rinkbfaucet.com. We're going to click that. And what you do is you grab your address from your wallet. In MetaMask, it's right here at the top. You click and copy to the clipboard. You come here, Command V, or paste it. And I've actually already claimed this because I tried to do a video earlier and I messed it up, so I had to redo it. So I can't do this again, but you press send me ETH. You guys don't need to sign up or log in to get 5 times more ETH. Just keep it simple and stick to the 0.1 RinkB ETH per day that you could get just for testing around. So now that you've sent that, we're going to go to the Pulse ramp, and you should be able to see once we go over here that you have a little bit, which you could test right now by pressing switch the direction of the bridge. You're going to get MetaMask coming up. You switch networks, and we're going to close that. We don't need that to come up. And now that we're here, we see that we have 0.9993 ETH, and you'll see your updated amount of ETH over here that we'll use for the transaction for once we're over and sending it to the exchange. But first things first, we're going to go back to the Pulse Chain Testnet version 2B. And now that we're here, let's switch over the most that we can, which is 26.47 ETH. So let's click send. We're going to click after looking at this to make sure it's the right amount. Yep, boom, 0.47. That's all good. We're going to press send. MetaMask will come up, and we're going to confirm the transaction with another super cheap gas fee because the Pulse chain is amazing. And we're going to confirm. And then this will take about a minute or two, maybe 3. So I'm going to pause here and let this load. And when it loads, I will come back and we'll continue on from where we left off. Okay, so the transaction's gone through. We've sent across the bridge the 26.47 ETH that we wanted. And now we're going to click this RinkB testnet button here to switch networks over to the RinkB testnet. And we're going to switch networks. Now we can click here to claim the tokens. So let's do that. And we'll probably have to pay a little bit of gas fee, a small amount there, which is, again, why you need to go before you do this and go to the RinkB faucet that's in the description and claim that ETH for the ETH side, because you do need a little bit in order to claim it on the RinkB Ethereum side. So we're going to confirm that. And once that's confirmed, then we will carry on with the tutorial. Perfect. So we're all done now. So what we can do is we can close this, and because we're on the RinkB testnet at the moment, now we can pretty much do everything for the most part from this. We can just open up our wallet.
So I can't pause it because it's on GRC side. Go ahead and pause that for a second. So we have, when you're doing the testnet, right, you're going to be flipping back and forth between the two networks, right? So you're going to be on PulseX and then you're going to be on Ethereum. But when you're doing tests, it's RinkB, right? So that's why he's going back and forth if there's any confusion there. And the same thing in MetaMask. So you're going to have to switch within MetaMask from Pulse to Ethereum, just like in the the actual side of like doing RinkB or Pulse. It's just going to be Ethereum versus PulseX kind of thing. I just wanted to highlight that because I'm sure that if it crossed my mind, I was like, it probably crossed somebody else's mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sent over 26.47. So now that we have this over here, the great thing is all we have to do is go to whichever exchange that we're using, whether it's Coinbase, anything at all, doesn't matter, whatever exchange it is. You're going to go there and you're going to copy the wallet address. And if you want the exact way to do that, you'll have to search up how to find the wallet address of the exchange. There's probably instructions directly on the exchange website, but you're going to want to copy that. And then what you do is you come into your MetaMask, your Ledger, your Trust Wallet, whatever you're using, and you find the send function. So once you're in here, you send. You're going to Command V, the actual wallet address, and then whatever amount of ETH that you want to send. So we want to send 27. Let's do. and we're making sure that it says 27. We're going to double check to make sure that this address is actually the right wallet address that we want to send to. And if that is, check one more time just to be sure. And then we're going to click next. And then because I'm not going to send to the same wallet, and I don't think I even can. Well, I can, but why would I do that? You click confirm, and that's going to send this ETH to that wallet address associated with whatever exchange that it is meant to be sent to, or whatever one you're using. So I'm going to reject this, but you press confirm, and then that's going to arrive there. And from there,
I love how in crypto, when you want to do something, you can just go do it, and you don't have issues like you do in legacy where it's the weekend. Oh, it's after 6 p.m.
Move your mic like a foot away from your face, or move the thing in front of it a little more. It's just too loud. It's picking up too much.
There we go. There we go.
Hold on.
What's that?
Get it situated.
There we go. We're all situated. So I love how in crypto you can. Plus, I just talk really loud. If you're in real life, Sam talks fast and he talks loud. But in crypto,
news from Watcher Guru Twitter: Luna 2.0 down 80% hours into relaunch.
I wonder why that would happen.
It's like they're trying to give VC their money back.
Tashu. How is this? Is this better?
It's a little better. Just you don't have to ever look at it or like head towards it.
I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to move it back a little bit further.
Okay. I know, Bullish. I know. It wasn't. Audio is fine. I know the audio is fine. I would have noticed it, but yeah. Okay, you're good now.
There we go.
So,
thank you, boss.
So what were we talking about? Oh yeah,
crypto. So
Luna, real quick. Someone drop. I'm gonna look up that article real quick, or drop that article. Any article or video you want me to watch? Actually, there might be a live stream on that I could pull up. But yeah, let's play this video real quick. Let's keep going on the video unless you have a point on it again.
I just love crypto that you can just do anything in crypto immediately. Like coming from the background of finance and in banking, when I wanted to do stuff, if I wanted to do a wire, I can't do a wire transfer because the bank is closed. It's Memorial Day weekend, and I have to wait till Tuesday to do a wire transfer. In crypto, if I need to do a wire transfer and it's Friday night at 11 p.m., I could do a wire transfer. I'd be in bed, but like we'll just assume it was 9:45 and I wasn't sleeping yet. I could get online and do a wire transfer with crypto like that. If I want to transfer between networks, I can do it like that. You don't have to wait for the bank to be open. You don't have to wait for all this other stuff. I love that about crypto. So much more flexible. Yes, but let's finish this. Let's finish this video here. It's super helpful here.
This is where we're going to talk about the links real quick that I'm going to include in the description for today's video. There's going to be 7 links for 7 different major exchanges or routes that you can take in order to take your money out. But it depends on which country you live in or territory, province, state. It all depends on what the legislation allows you to do as far as with your bank. So I've listed 7. They'll be in the description. Go look at those. There are many more, like I was saying earlier in the video. So don't rely on these to be the only ways. And please do your own research before committing to any of these exchanges and make sure it is the one that works best for you. Don't listen to any implications that anyone has that one's better than the other. Do your own research and figure out for yourself. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Please like the video. Drop me a comment with what you thought of today's video. If I missed something, if I could have done better.
Dope video. We should have him back on at some point. So let's talk
go follow Cryptographics, guys. Go follow Cryptographics. He's a beast.
What's the Luna 2.0 token? I'd like to pull that up.
I'm gonna pull up the Watcher Guru video real quick.
And if anybody else knows the Luna 2.0 ticker symbol that they could share, that would be dope. Because then I can pull it up and actually see what's going on. I didn't think it was going to launch this fast. Not surprised it dropped 80%. Would not even say surprised if it drops another 80%. There's not a lot of trust left in that community, in my opinion, based upon the actions that it appears from the outside Do Kwon has been taking to protect himself and his money.
Your
Which is
mic.
understandable.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the Watcher Guru. Like,
It's called tuna. You're getting cooked.
yeah, those guys are getting wrecked. All those losers that were telling you to trade that, they got wrecked. All those. And what's that dude's name? That one YouTuber, fucking Ron or Ran or something. He has a huge show. He's telling everyone to buy this stuff, dude. He's such a trash can, bro. It's sick. These guys suck ass, dude. The whole crypto market, the whole crypto influencer market is completely ruined. The whole marketing industry is ruined. The whole bodybuilding marketing industry ruined, except for like the gems on YouTube, of course. Like that's it. Like that's it. That's all that's left for us guys. Like the gems on YouTube, and they're taking us out too. Like they're not afraid to take us all out. They've made that very, very clear with their actions. Yes. Would we be surprised if this channel got taken down? And no.
Not slightly. Nope.
Wouldn't even for 1 second. So let's read this here real quick. Luna 2.0 is here. Crashes by over 60% on first day. This is from May 28th, so that's yesterday. A few weeks after the total and almost unprecedented collapse of Luna, Terra has launched a new version named Luna 2.0. Indicators that there would be a new Luna version first merged on May 16th. That was only 12 days ago, guys, when the company's chief executive, Do Kwon, released a revival plan, which we read live like an hour after it came out, guys. We were here live covering all of that because we cover everything first here. Everyone else catches it after. Watcher Guru, Terra 2.0 is officially live. That's 2:07 a.m., May 28, 22. That's 18 hours ago. Luna 2.0 will start from Genesis O block. However, an announcement by Terraform Labs ahead of launch indicated that Luna 2.0 would share no history with the first version. According to the statement, the version will be based on the Genesis blockchain starting on block 0 with no dApps on launch. Wow. The decision to go ahead with the new version of Luna was officially reached on 3 days ago after the conclusion of voting exercised by members.
Highlight that for a second. So what is the difference with Luna 2.0 that like you think that
they just reset it? They just reset it, the whole thing. It's just started a new blockchain.
You're just going to run into the same freaking problem.
Well, they're redistributing the money and doing like something different. You know, some during the exercise, it'll probably work too. During the exercise, most voters gave overwhelming support to the launch of Luna. Overwhelming support. What? Initially, the launch was scheduled to be Friday the 27th, was postponed till Saturday. Man, they really put in big time on this. Three whole days, Sam. Around 6 German Standard or GMT. I forget where that is. That's over east, past the east coast of the United States, 5 hours. Luna on Saturday, Luna 2.0 finally went live after airdrop commenced. So they airdropped all the coins to the certain people that weren't involved before the crash or whatever. All the eyes will be on the new token performing, as around 30% of the airdrop tokens will be free to trade from day one. As press time, the coin's value will touch as high as $18 before crashing by over 60% to the current value of $5. So people are just getting wrecked. Meanwhile, the reaction of the arrival of the new blockchain has not been entirely welcomed by stakeholders in the community industry. For example, Dogecoin co-founder Billy Marcus described the investors who buy the idea of truly dumb. Luna 2.0 will show the world how truly dumb crypto gamblers really are. How often do we say that on this channel? I mean, we talk over and over and over again, guys. Just in, Elon Musk confirms SpaceX will soon accept Dogecoin as payment method. Screw off with all that. But yeah, so Sam.
2.0. If I don't know if there's any difference. Like crypto here, Luis Ito crypto. No difference between Luna and 2.0. Rug pill shitcoin. I don't know if there is any difference, but the way that it was fundamentally set up is an issue. That's the problem. So if that's not fixed, it's just going to happen again.
Well, it's not even. And there's too many stakeholders that are pissed. Where's the trusted community here? How do you hold a cryptocurrency up without a trusted base? if there's anyone, it's just rich people making more money selling their shit off. Free money. They're probably just getting more free money out of nowhere because they're tricking the public once again. It's disgusting.
I'm looking at some.
Do Kwon is the exact reason. You know, all these loser Ethereum maxis and whatever that are just like Richard's a loser, and that's why I don't like to follow him. And this is exactly why I don't like listening to that stuff. Because guess what? Do Kwon was a charismatic stand-up leader for his stuff, and he was lying to you the whole time. Not lying, but like these guys aren't stupid. You know, people like to think that like they're just like average intelligence dude. Like, no, these guys this is their life's work. They understand it more intimately than anyone. And he's proven that at this point, his reputation means nothing to him. He's proven that, Sam. He's over the reputation game. He's done with that. He's gone full on the other side. And once you go to the other side, you're done. You know how that goes.
I pulled up Twitter because it's always interesting to see like what the community is kind of saying or what is taking place over on Twitter, because that's real people. It's kind of like the water cooler of the internet, or like a whole of the internet, depending on where you're looking on Twitter. But this is just Luna 2.0, and you search, and these are the top things that come out. I am very much 100% shill army, but let me tell you, I love watching the lunatic community fight for their coin. This will be a true test of what's stronger, community-backed Lunka or the big backers on 2.0. This is interesting. Sounds like there's the people who are really trying to protect their bags, the whales in that community might actually be behind 2.0, trying to bring it up to speed. If you bought 2.0, you should reevaluate your purpose in life. These are probably going to be super negative. I'm not going to actually read through a lot of that shit.
Go to Deck Screener and look up. Remember yesterday we were looking up the buys and sells?
Yes. Oh, I got it. That's actually going to be a video potentially later today to pull up the Deck Screener and look through the buys and sells of this. Which one did you want to look at, Hex?
I want to see the buys and sells that are going on Hex right now.
So here we have, this is Maxi. Maxi selling at a 69. Ooh, a 69% premium relative to Hex.
Hey, Tangent, if you're watching this, suck on my big nuts. Tangent says that's only going to go down over time, at least until it corrects. He thinks it's too high. He thinks it's overvalued. I think it's a little undervalued. Well, it's getting there. It's right around. I think 2 is like where it should be. But like people think I'm crazy.
So this is Hex. This is Hex USDC. Yeah, Hex USDC, and we'll pull up this down here. So it looks more red today. These are all the things that are taking place.
Today's a large.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Today's a largely green day for Hex, so we're gonna have mostly buys volume-wise today. So if you look at the volume, you're gonna see way more buys today because the price went up 100%. So it's just more.
Looks like there's more red in terms of.
Well, you're scrolling too fast.
The frequency of these.
Well, the frequency doesn't. I mean, yes, it matters, but it's pretty even. Like
Yeah, it is pretty even.
But if you go to the top, you can see that there's been large buys. So go to the top.
Here?
Yep, and now you could scroll down just a hair slowly, and then you see there's 117,000 there, 13,000. You can keep going down a little bit. You can see there's a $16,000 sell. Keep scrolling down a little bit. $29,000 buy, $12,000 buy, $5,000 buy.
1,017, 374, 499. There's a decent size one. Here's a $30,000 buy. $12,000 buy, $5,000 buy. There's a $90,000 sell right there. There's a bunch of small, which is cool, right? Because this is the community. This is us, right? But this is the people who are watching or buying these. $760.50, $9,999.99 purchase. $3,000, $13,000. There's a lot of like small.
Now, Sam, for example, go to that. Hold on. Let's look for the big $114,000 sell right there. Let's go to the address on that.
Okay, let me just pull this up real quick and see what's up. So this is 114,000.
So we're just picking out the biggest one of the bunch for the day. We're not doxing anyone's wallet. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care whose it is.
Let's pull this up here. So this is Ether.
We're just
Ether scan.
right? So okay, right there. So you can see swapped 100,000 hex for 7 million. I mean,
7,000.
7,620 USDC, 100,000 hex, 1.5 thousand hex, 200,000 hex. Wait, ooh, that one's a big one. That was 114 grand.
This is 1.5 million hex. So look at, they're also using both exchanges.
And he swapped some Ether. He swapped some Ether to USDC. Yeah, he thinks everything's going down more.
Yeah.
Go to his do you know where to go to their overall bag?
If you tell me where to go from this
No,
point.
don't click. Don't click. Go down. Slow. Keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. Let's
This right here?
yeah.
This one here.
Go to the from wallet. I can't. Oh yeah, now click on the not that, but the one to the right, the little wallet, the wallet.
This here.
Yeah.
Okay. Checking your browser. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this is a decent sized bag.
Yeah. So he's just taking profits. It seems like,
Yeah.
net worth in ETH 500. That's a lot of ETH.
Yeah, well, $1 million is a decent amount.
Yeah, no, I know that's a good bag. So that's a retail guy. Retail.
Yeah.
It's interesting to look through this stuff though, just to get a piece of the.
It is. If you guys are not sure how to do this, like it's really simple, and you can get this perspective about what's going on. Let's do one more here. One of the bigger buys. Let's find a decent sized buy and check out their wallet to see what they're actually doing. Okay, here's one, $54,000. $54,000 buy. Let's pull up their wallet and see how big they actually are.
Yeah.
So this person, 5,000 to Ether, and
Swapped 54,000. Swapped. Yeah, he's buying, man. He's in buy mode. This dude's a Chad, absolute Chad.
Because he did another one right here for 64,000.
Yeah, this dude's bullish as hell.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny to see like what the guys are doing?
So we come over here and let's check his wallet. He's got a relatively small bag. I mean, big compared to the amount of money I actually have in crypto, but relative to the previous wallet, $81,000 in crypto in this wallet. So that's interesting. Cool. This is a useful thing that I think it would be valuable for a lot of people to actually check out some of these things and take a look at, just getting a perspective of what's going on and navigating the ecosystem that is crypto to get a better idea of what's actually taking place.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's just like the nuts and bolts, right? Like it's like this is what actually is going on. You actually have to look at this stuff. Like if you want to really have an idea of what's going on, you got to look at these wallets. You got to understand that some of these wallets are a little more common than the other ones. So look at that right there.
Whoops, let me go back. Okay.
No, you're good. You're good. But that is a 1.184 million hex for 90 grand.
And
So we can go to his wallet.
There we go. Let's see what this is at. $250,000, 245K.
These are the accounts that you want to be buying, like for sure. Like these are the guys that are getting positions. Now this is cool to watch. Like this is cool to look at. Just we'll click on one more. We'll find one more big size bag, buy or sell.
Buy or sell. Let's see if there's something like real massive. There's a 90,000 USD. That's a decent sized one. Sure.
There's a triple digit. There's a triple digit. No.
That was the one we already looked at. The 114.
Oh.
That was the 114 that we already looked at. Here we go. 130. There's 130K buy.
All right, let's do that one.
Let's take a look at this one and see what this mother effort's up to. See what's going on with this fella. Oh, he only did one transaction, but he went 130,000 USD to 1.7 million hex.
Beast.
Look at that. Look at doing those transactions. Oh wow, that's this. Okay, so this person probably has other bags somewhere else. You think?
That's a separate account.
Yeah, this has to be a separate account. He's got 100.
And again, guys, people are smart. Like you'll rarely see like a ginormous wallet just buy from its direct first wallet too. So it's like you can assume that people like to spread out their money. I like to spread out my money. I say that all the time. I like to have a little surface area because if I get wrecked, I'd like to get wrecked for 20%.
Yes. And even from the doxing standpoint, like this is potentially more relevant to GRC and myself because we decided to go on the internet and talk for fun. But we have an address in. I have an Ether address in my the description of my videos, right? And I think GRC does as well. And maybe I bring up MetaMask in certain videos as I'm talking about them on my channel. So if your wallet address is associated with you, people can see that connection. And then if you building your DCA into crypto from that location, people get to basically kind of connect the dots, so to speak. So if you're coming in and you're like, oh, this one is public to a bunch of people, maybe it makes sense to utilize something like Hurricash or Tornado Cash, or set up a completely different one to do most of your DCA into, and or separate that completely so that nothing is connected, so to speak, in the future. Because we're at the beginning stages, but there's going to be a lot more like useful, user-friendly tools for people to be like, this address is connected, appears to be connected with this person in this way. Let's see every single thing that they did. One way to think about this is like, do you want to post your bank statement online so everybody gets to see what you purchased? Everybody gets to see where you spend your money, even if they don't see your address or your account number? That's effectively what can happen if you're not paying attention. And as we go more into crypto and we get bigger percentage of the world population in crypto, it's going to be more and more relevant. So just pay attention to some of these things. GRC, you were muted when you were trying to say something. You're muted still. You're still muted.
Sorry, I was on the phone for a second.
Oh, okay. Did you have any thoughts on that? Let's fucking go.
Yeah, sorry, I had to.
You can dox yourself basically by having your address out there publicly and then interacting with your additional addresses you use for DCAing. So that's a perfect opportunity to use Hurricash, which is going to be the Tornado Cash of Paul's chain, or Tornado Cash on Ethereum. So you can disconnect those wallets or break that chain connection, or just set up a completely different wallet that's not connected. Don't ever send the money back and forth between those two wallets, because then you're effectively putting your whole entire bank statement online to show everybody all the transactions you do in your life, which I don't know about you guys, but I don't particularly want to put that online, right? So you want to keep that stuff separate, or at least pay attention to that stuff as we transition the entire planet to crypto. It's going to happen, and people are going to be paying attention to this stuff, and they're going to be like, check out GRC. He went and spent $37 at this place over here, right? And they're just going to say that as a matter of fact because maybe GRC had a Ether address in his YouTube at one point in time. That Ether address may be connected to him, may not be connected to him, and was in different spots that were sending money around, or connected to another address that was sending money around. It's something that I'm thinking about at this point, and just for hopefully that's helpful to other people who are making their stuff public, or just another piece of information to utilize as you, whoever's watching or listening, progress in your own crypto journey. Between you boys,
No gyms for me.
are you planning on using your crypto gains to open your own gym or something similar?
I don't
Probably not a gym.
I don't like the overhead on gyms. I don't like the business model at all. I hate buying new equipment. I because I would want to buy new equipment all the time. I know myself, and it would be annoying to me to be like, these other people have this equipment, and I'm gonna spend I would always be overheaded. I know it, whether I was making money or not. Like, I hate overhead, so I try to. That would not be my first choice. I'd rather have like a brand or like supplement company or like a TRT clinic, and like that kind of stuff would be more something that provides way more value, that I can be a little more hands off.
It could be a possibility, but I feel very similar to GRC in that regard. Gyms can take up your time and all that kind of stuff, and which is if you set it up as a business and have maybe buy a portfolio of gyms, so that I'm not necessarily in the gym, might be more fun to me than actually being in a gym or working at a gym every day. But we do probably have some stuff in the works down the road. So if you enjoy the content,
To be 100% rational by the numbers, Maxi should be closer to the actual treasury value, but no one seems able or willing to stomp that premium. Yeah, I know. I mean, in theory, but then there's always speculative value when we're talking about crypto.
Where can we find the treasury value? Because that's a really good point, Bob.
Well, he's talking about the total, like the total.
Yep.
I think
is,
it was
there,
like,
is there a spot you can find that?
yeah, probably Maximus.cash. I got to go in a minute.
I gotta go. I actually have to go to the bathroom really, really bad, and I was just waiting till 12:30 to get off here because I gotta go.
So let's go ahead and do that. I have to help my friend move today, and I promised him I would help him move, so I'm going to head over his way.
Cool. If you guys, I'm going to tell people to go check out Twitter if you guys are interested. Twitter down below, link down below. I actually have a contest or a bet with Motley the investor. So first of all, go unfollow him, and second of all, follow me at least until July 30th. That is when the bet ends. Where if I'm able to beat him in terms of his followers by July 30th, I get 50,000 hex. So that would be very valuable to me. Hex down under. Appreciate seeing you. GRC, be safe. Enjoy the time with your buddy. Help them moving. I appreciate everybody who's been on here. Bob, super cool insight on the last comment you mentioned there. That's it for me. Appreciate it. You want to run an outro?
Guys, if you haven't liked the stream, please like it. Leave a comment once I get off here. I really appreciate all your comments. I try to get back to every single one of them. Go follow me on Instagram. I've been enjoying Instagram a lot more lately, guys. I'm going to drop the link below for my Instagram really quick. I got it right here. So just know, guys, we're staying active through this bear market. We're going to prove everyone wrong. It's going to be incredible. Hex is going to go crazy. I mean, I'm not talking about the price, but like, it's just, trust me. Don't trust me, but just know we're playing a different game over here. And we got Pulse Chain coming out soon. We got a copy coming out soon. Opportunities all over the place. If you're paying attention, guys, free airdrops all over the place. Pulse Doge, Hedron, free money, guys. Get your free money. Watch every single day. Crypto in the morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, guys, every single day. Drop the link for my Instagram below. Make sure you like, subscribe, everything, guys. Peace out.
Peace out.